Alright guys, today we're going to be making some breakfast quesadillas. But first, I just want to make a shout out to our subscribers. Alright, now I'm going to explain our ingredients. We have some thinly sliced chicken breast, some cheddar jack cheese, American cheese, a sweet pepper, some tortillas, an egg, and some bacon, and an onion. We're going to be back to this amazing quesadilla.
Okay, so we're back, and as you can see, I have the egg right here, and what we're going to be doing is making the egg portion, which we're going to then bring over there and scramble. So, we're going to crack this egg. Make sure we get all of it. If you wanted to, I guess technically you could only use the egg whites, and it would be healthier for you, but we don't really care about healthiness that much, so we're going to beat this. And whilst we're beating it, add in some pepper.
Black pepper.
Black pepper, of course. And we're going to beat that. And for the salt, take 2 hands. And, I don't know, inside joke for Calvert out there. Like this, okay? Don't add too much, because we might be adding some more. Bring it over to the stove here. So let's turn this on. We're going to put it in between high and medium. Now we're going to take the butter and lightly butter the bottom of the pan so you don't have any egg bits sticking. Get some of that. And then we have nice bit there. And we're going to take our single egg, dunk it.
And you just want to keep on scrambling it until it's completely, all the liquid's kind of gone. Just and kill off all that salmonella that could be in that egg.
Once again, like I said earlier, with the egg whites, you can also do 2 eggs or 3 eggs, but since this is only like a 2-person kind of smaller quesadilla, we're gonna only use a single egg. Alrighty, so we'll let that cook, and we'll get back to you when we're ready to cut up the vegetables and actually concoct our amazing quesadilla.
Alright guys, now we're going to chop up some vegetables. Here we have some pepper and an onion. And I'm just going to take out the core of this pepper because you don't want the seeds in it. Alright, and then you could do a cutting of the into slivers or into little diced up pieces. I'm going to make it into a sliver and then cut that sliver in half. So just more pieces and more surface area. Alright, and then for the onion, we're just using a 1/4 of an onion right here. You want to dice it up really small. Okay, and now we're just going to transfer these guys onto a good plate. In here, and then we're going to go saute them. So I have them right here, and they are ready to be sauteed. So we're just going to go over the pan, we're going to turn it on to about medium heat. First I'm going to put a little bit of oil on it. Right here, just a little, just to give it something to cook to. Add these guys in. Add some pepper. Add some salt. And just continuously stir it. You don't really know when your vegetables are done sauteing when your onions are starting to get a little transparent. And it's going to smell really good in the kitchen. So we will be right back to you when these vegetables are done sauteing.
Okay, so we're over here to the stove like we said, and we're just going to be cooking our bacon. As of now, the oven is in use, and since this is quesadilla, we're going to go with a bit more of a different approach. So that pan was already hot. We're just going to add in our bacon. I'll start off with 3 at a time. If we want to add more, we probably can. So we're going to let that cook, and that's going to cook, and then after the bacon is completely 100% cooked, we'll add in a bit of chicken so that way it warms up, and after that we can put the tortilla roll down and actually make our quesadilla.
We'll probably make 2 batches of the bacon since we want probably like 6 pieces, not like 3, a little bit more of it. Because you know how much we love our bacon. So oily and delicious. Alright, well, we'll be back to you once this is done. See you then.
Okay, so our first batch of bacon is done, and this is just what the end product should look like. As you can see, it looks crisp, but it's still floppy, which is good. We're going to just move it to a napkin where we can dry it off. And like I said, this is our first batch, so we won't show you making our second batch, but we'll add this and all of this to our quesadilla when we're ready to make it. We just have to do our second set of bacon, and we'll get back to you when we're ready to do that. Okay, so we have our finished bacon, our 6 pieces, well, 5 pieces. We got a little hungry. Our bacon, our veggies, and our egg. So, as you can see here, we took the pan that we had previously used to cook the bacon in, and all we did was layer it with the tortilla. Now we're just going to take this stuff. We're going to put in the bacon last because it's the most important part. So we'll set that aside there, and we can just dump all that stuff in.
And we'll be right back to you when we put the cheeses in.
Yes.
Okay guys, we have our taco quesadilla ready. And now we're just going to add our delicious cheese. We have some cheddar jack here. It's going to be a nice cheesy quesadilla. Right there. Now remember, this is primarily used for breakfast. We're going to take this.
We got American cheese. This is kind of like our cheese sauce that we used in our previous episode, but this is more of a Hispanic dish. So.
And then we're going to take a little bit of the chicken. I'm just going to use probably a couple pieces of it and just layer it in there. It's already cooked. You can get this at any deli, at any store. And what we're going to do with this is to make sure that all this beautiful cheese is going to melt, what we're going to do is we're going to take one more quesadilla, okay, and then we're just going to layer it right on there.
And what that does is any steam that comes up, it will be trapped by the top quesadilla layer, or by the top tortilla layer, and it will cook the meat and the cheese inside. So.
And the steam is also going to cook this quesadilla. It's already cooked, but it's just going to warm it up, and it's going to be delicious. And you don't want to keep it too high because you want to kind of slow cook this a little bit, just so that the bottom of it doesn't burn. Like right now where we're at, it's starting to crispen up on the bottom, and that's exactly what you want. And we'll be back to you once this is all ready to go. Alright guys, what we have here, if you noticed, we've started to dig into our quesadilla taco, our taco shell being on the outside, our quesadilla folded over slightly on the inside.
Now, as you can see, we added some of our homemade salsa, and if you want another recipe for that, just leave a comment down below saying salsa, and we'll gladly give it to you. It tastes very, very good, and it complements this dish very well.
Oh my gosh, really good. You know, we our cheese didn't melt that much, but that's just the way we like it. If you wanted your cheese to be gooey, you just cover it with the quesadilla and put it on a low heat and just let the steam melt it. It will just take a little longer, but if that's what you like, that's what you like. Alright guys, this ends our one segment of, thanks for stealing all the bacon, of our food that is good. And remember to subscribe, comment,
like, comment, favorite, subscribe.
and remember, food that is good.